This is John T for the Boxing Voice, chatting to English super bantamweight champion Michael Ramabeletsa. Welcome to the Boxing Voice for the first time, Michael. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks very much. Thanks for coming on. It's the first time we've had you on here, so really interested to find out about you. Well, you know, as I said, because it is your first time, maybe you want to tell us a bit about yourself. I know that you're from South Africa, and I think you moved over 10 years ago. So maybe you could tell us what got you into boxing and what brought you over to the UK.
Actually, for me to get into boxing, I started boxing when I was a kid. I think I was 12, 13 years old. It was just my friend. Just come and see what's happening in the gym, and that's since then. I never looked back because my trainer just seems like he's seen something special on me. Then I boxed in the amateurs and I become 2 times national champion in South Africa as an amateur. So since then I stick to boxing, and for me to come over, I had the connection with Tony Harris in Nottingham.
Okay.
I was talking to Tony Harris, and then Tony Harris says, "Listen, Mike, I want to invite you over, and we'll see what you got, and maybe we can work together." And then since then, when I get there, he was happy, and he said, "Okay, cool, we're gonna work together, mate." And that's how I never went back anyway. I went back anyway to visit all the time, but yeah, I never boxed in South Africa at all by itself.
Excellent. That's a good story. So just quickly before I move on, I think you're living in Preston, is that right?
Yeah, I live in Preston, yeah.
So you're in tier 3 at the moment. Are you in lockdown up there?
Yeah. We're on lockdown tier 3. Yeah, you're right.
So you allowed to go to the gym and train for the fight?
Yeah, we allowed to go. Yeah, we allowed to train, go to the gym and train. But on other things, for me anyway, because I'm not the person who like to be on the street, so it's not a problem. So I'm just at home with my kids, and I go to the gym later on.
Excellent. Okay. Well, look, I'll talk a little bit more about your record. I think you've had 35 fights. Is that right? I think your record is a bit deceptive for an English champion, if you don't mind me saying. I think you've got 18 wins, 17 losses. So when I was kind of looking, it looks like you're flourishing a bit later on in life. I think you're 38 now, and you've just won your English title last time out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how it is. Boxing is something. Boxing is a tough game. It's a tough business. To be honest, for me, I should be among the top champions anyway. That's how I believe because it just I had a lot of ups and downs in my career, but just that I'm one person. I never wanted to give up because I always wanted to be a champion. I wasn't just a boxer. I know I've got the tools to be among the best, but it's just that sometimes you have to be with the right people to get to the top. So it was a bit hard, it was tough for me. But I had to be strong. I had to focus. I had to sacrifice just to keep pushing because I know I wanted to be a champion and I would be a champion one day. So that's what kept me going. So really with the record because I know I never lost those fights. As long as you fight away as an away fighter, sometimes it's hard to get on points. So that was not a problem. I never lost those fights. They all know. So that was not a problem with me. But I've never been like having a mentality of being a journeyman. No.
Well deserved for getting the title at 38. It just shows if you keep going, you'll get it. Moving on to your next fight, then you're now going to be on the bright lights of BT Sport live on TV. So I'm sure you're looking forward to that, are you?
I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited. I can't wait. Actually, it has been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. This fight is gonna be an amazing fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I know Chris Bog is a good kid, good prospect. So it's gonna be an exciting fight.
That was my next question, actually, about your opponent. So I've met Chris a few times. What do you know about Chris and his fighting style?
Really, I don't know anything about Chris. I only saw his last fight. I think he can tell he got skills and he's got boxing skills. But in this game sometimes until you get tested and see how far you can go. So we'll see that. We'll see that on the night. So I know I've been in the game before, and I know what I want, and I know for me to win what it is that I need to do. So it's gonna be an exciting fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm always coming as an underdog anyway, but that's not a problem. I've been underdog my whole career, so it doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to it, and the win is just one thing in my mind at the minute. So that's how it is.
Okay, so I think Chris has had 8 fights and 8 wins, and as you said, he's an up-and-coming prospect over here down in London.
Yeah.
I guess one of the questions I've got for you is, do you think your experience might put you in good stead on the night? I see that you've been with some top operators as well. You've fought Paul Butler in the UK. You've also fought Cal Yafai. Do you think that will help you on the night?
I will say, yeah, a little bit will help. Yeah, the experience will definitely count a lot. Obviously, as well as I've got the skills of boxing, so it's not just being, sometimes you can have experience with no skills and kind of thing. Sometimes they may not even work against any prospect. So yeah, I've got the skills. I've got a boxing brain. So there's so many things that are going to work against Chris, which is, I know he's a good prospect, a very, very good kid. I like him as well. He respected a little bit. So yeah, it's something that I know definitely. I'm coming to win no matter what, and I'll do whatever it takes.
And how's your sparring going? Are you managing to get some good sparring partners in the gym?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of sparring, and I spar so many people, I spar Mark Leach, Jazza Dickens, Omar Seri is my brother. We get a lot of sparring in the gym actually. We travel anywhere, so yeah, the sparring is not a problem.
Good stuff. I'm sure they'll be doing the same down there, trying to get some experienced people in with Chris. In fact, I think I heard that Chris was sparring recently, maybe Shabazz Mahmood, which brings me on to, I believe your fight with Chris isn't for the English title. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, can you repeat the question again? I think you're just signal is just breaking a little.
Of course, mate. Yeah. So the fight with Chris isn't for the English title. Is that right?
No, it's not English title. It's not English title. It's for 10 round.
Do we know why it's not for the title?
You know what? I'm not too sure. I don't want to get into detail too much, but I know that Shabazz was mandatory to fight for English title a long time ago. Anyway, so obviously, I still believe that I'm an English champion, and I've got I can fight voluntary anyway before mandatory. But I always wanted to fight Shabazz a long time ago, but because by that time I think he was not ready to fight, and my manager just tried to get me the fight. Like any fight comes so that I can just to keep me busy. So he managed to get me that fight without defending my title. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, that's why it's not an English title. But my manager managed to get the fight for me to keep going.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, actually. I thought that maybe the winner of you and Chris will probably fight Shabazz then for the English title. That might be the case. Or you would fight Shabazz after, maybe.
Yeah. If ever he's still fencing the fight, yeah, definitely. If he's still fencing the fight, definitely that's a fight that will happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
One question more about the fight. So you won your English title last time out. I see that you have only had the one fight in the last 2 years, though. Are you a bit worried that maybe that you might have been a bit inactive? Is that a concern for you?
Not worried because I'm always in the gym. So I'm just sometimes if you don't get fights, especially the position I'm at, I need to get the fight. I need to be busy, and but sometimes if boxers they pulled out, and sometimes other people they don't fancy to fight. It's something that we can't do anything about it. So it's just for me to be in the gym and just to keep myself in shape. Yeah, that's what I'm always doing.
Okay, thanks for that. Moving on to some other fights. So did you see last weekend's fight, Lomachenko and Lopez?
Yeah, that was a lovely fight. That was an amazing fight. That's a good fight. I've watched that fight. Actually, I had the feeling that Lopez will definitely gonna win.
Ah, fair play.
Uh, yeah, I had that fight because I know Lomachenko he can't back. He cannot. He hasn't got that power to stop any fight with unless it's just frustrating you and you end up give upping like other fighters they stop. He never anyway KO any boxer. He only frustrate them and they end up give upping. But with Lopez can punch, and I've watched couple of fights. He can also box, but obviously I thought maybe he may even stop Lomachenko later around 10, 11, somewhere there. That's what I thought.
Mm.
Yeah, because I mean Lomachenko been on the floor before, so that's what I thought. You know what? If you catch him right, you may find him on the floor. So fair play to him anyway. So yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good fight.
Good prediction, because I actually didn't think he would win. I thought it'd be close, but I just didn't think that Lopez just owned him. I mean, the first half of the fight, I didn't even think Lomachenko really did much. And then kind of when he woke up second half, the fight was quite competitive, but it was probably a bit too late then, unless he was going to get a
Yeah,
stoppage.
it was too late. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
the early rounds actually, you can tell Lomachenko didn't want to get close to him because of the power. He knows that he can bang, and probably been feeling the punches on it when he hit the belly with the right hand. He can feel the power. That's why he was not coming too close to him all the time. So he was trying, he think, to get him later. Probably he'll be getting tired. So, but he was too late by the time he's doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And moving on to a couple of other fights, we've got some coming up, some big heavyweight fights where the Brits are obviously really interested because that's kind of the glamour division where we got some good ones. So starting off next week is Usyk Chisora. How do you see that one going?
You know what? That fight is very, very tricky. I think I see Chisora win by knockout. Probably because he can fight throughout 12 rounds actually. So I see him probably maybe around 9, 10 round stoppage. Either way, the only way Usyk can win, he will outpoint him. But that's only he can win. But I see Chisora probably come on later on in stoppage. I don't know why, but I just see the power and the pressure because I don't see him letting him to box as he's boxing all the time, giving all the angles for his boxes. He's the opponent all the time.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting fight. I think Usyk, a great stylistic fighter, but coming up from cruiserweight, he's only had that one fight so far at heavy, and Derek Chisora is a real heavyweight. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep him off for 12 rounds. I think that's what's compelling about that fight.
Exactly. So he hasn't get that power from the real heavyweight. So we don't know how he's gonna handle the power from the heavyweight. Because his last fight with that heavyweight from in America, it was not really heavyweight, I know.
Yeah.
So this is proper heavyweight he will be fighting, and the guy will be coming to win. So we'll see how it's gonna work out. How it's gonna work it out.
Excellent. And then the next heavyweight one will be the rematch between Povetkin and White. How do you see that one panning out?
You know what? Hey, that fight. Actually, if that fight, it's a tricky one because how it happened. The thing is, what's his name? Povetkin. He can box. He's got the skills, and for him to win by knockout like how he did, he got more confident that he can come with the skills as well as load up with the power that he knows that Dylan White can take his power now, and I don't know if Dylan White catch him and try to maybe take him out early. Probably he'll have a chance to win, but at the minute, I just see Vergen. I think he's still gonna win if ever let him go do what he has to do because I mean he can box And for the fact that he knows that he got power, he did what he did with him with just one punch, and not just lucky punch. That you can tell that that was the aim. Uppercut comes on, and So I don't know. It's gonna be a very very tough fight, but I think Dylan White has a chance to win on points. I think, but I don't know. It's 50-50. Very very close. I don't know what to say.
It's good, the fights, because they're obviously 50-50 that you can't decide. Which brings me on to the last one, Michael. A big British domestic, 2 undefeated heavyweights, Daniel Dubois against Joye. So that's at the end of next month. I'm really looking forward to that one. How do you see that one going?
That one, I would say I'll give Daniel Dubois 1 to 6 round. If ever doesn't take him out on that 1 to 6, it's gonna be a problem. I think I see Jojo is winning by points or late stoppage.
Interesting.
Yeah, late stoppage. But if Dubois, you stop him in the early rounds, he definitely got that steam power. But Jojo has an engine, so once he passed that, then I don't know, because he got too much pressure. He's throwing a lot of punches. Just coming forward. As soon as he got so much engine to come forward and try to, because Dubai hasn't passed 6 rounds on his fight, so we don't know how he's gonna keep up with the after 6 rounds.
Okay, and one last fight before I let you go. Your fight that you're on the 13th of November, you're on the undercard for the rematch of Mark Hefferon and Denzel Bentley. Did you watch that fight?
Yeah, I've watched that fight.
Who did you have winning the first time round?
I gave Mark, actually. I gave Mark for that fight. Why? For the fact that he was giving the pressure. He was the one who was more like in charge of the fight. Apart because he just only get knocked out, knocked down on it was the first round or second round, if I still remember. And then other than that, and then he was more in charge. And I give Mark that fight, to be honest.
Okay,
it was close, but I give Mark the fight, definitely.
It was very, very close. Well, all 3 judges had it the same score, didn't they? A draw, so that proved it was close. And how do you see the rematch going on that one?
This time, I still think Mark has a big chance, because with the experience and what happened, and now I believe that he knows what he needs to do, because obviously, what's his name?
Denzel.
Eventually, he can switch. He can, he's more elusive. He can box out. So he just said Mark now. I think he's more switched on before. I think so. I've seen him. He's on it. So I think he's got a chance to win that fight.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
Well, look, great catching up with you. Thanks for taking time out for coming on the Boxing Voice, and good luck in your fight. And we'll pick up afterwards. Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Pick up after the... All right. Cheers, buddy.
So if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive, from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.